Honestly, I've noticed my first thought in the morning almost never feels like it's really mine. Most days I just react to emails, notifications, whatever's on my phone. It's like I agreed to deal with all this before I even open my eyes. I guess that's what people mean by the unspoken contract, letting the world's stuff set the tone for your day. I've definitely lost a lot of mornings to other people's priorities. It's weird how easy it is to give up your attention before you're even really awake. Those first few minutes are supposed to be valuable, right? But I usually hand them over to my phone or just start worrying about stuff. I don't think it's just about willpower. It's more about how things are set up. I've heard that people who get a lot done treat their mornings almost like a battleground. I'm not always great at that, but I get why. They really try to protect that time because how you start kind of decides who's in charge, whether it's you or everything else. I'm still working on it, but I think your morning isn't really yours until you actually claim it. And honestly, it's not about finding a better alarm or downloading another app. It's more about noticing this pattern and deciding to do something different, even if it's just a small thing. I guess the default for mornings now is just reacting to whatever comes at you. Maybe the first step is just saying no, even though it's not always easy. I'm starting to think that living on purpose starts with not letting everyone else decide what matters to you, at least for those first few minutes. I don't have it all figured out, but I think it really does begin with that first honest choice. You know, sometimes it feels like we wake up already trapped, not by walls, but by, I don't know, comfort, distraction, needing to feel seen. And the weird thing is, it's not like anyone else is doing this to us. We're the ones stacking those bricks, one habit at a time. Comfort's always there whispering, just hit snooze, just scroll a little more. It's so easy to give in. And then, before you know it, you're pulled in 100 directions by notifications and feeds. It feels busy, but is it really? Our attention's up for grabs. Feels like everyone wants a piece of it. And yeah, sometimes it's hard not to care about the likes, the comments. It's like we're measuring ourselves by what comes back to us. It's exhausting, honestly. Always looking for a sign that we matter from somewhere out there. And all these things, they just keep feeding each other. Comfort leads to distraction. Distraction leaves us empty, and then we're desperate for a little validation. It's like we're sitting in a cage that feels safe, but it's so small. The bars aren't even real. They're just habits and stuff we never really question. And the door, it's locked, but only from our side. Sometimes I just stop and wonder, what if I could see the prison for what it is? What if I could step out? Mornings, I think, are a chance. Maybe the best one we get. So, do we stay where it's comfortable, or do we try for something more? Even if it's hard, I guess in the end, it's up to us. Every morning, we get to decide. I've noticed something curious. Discipline always demands its price up front. No shortcuts, no credit, no payment plans. Each morning, the toll is intentional discomfort, and honestly, that still surprises me sometimes. Most of us try to buy discipline with comfort, coffee, scrolling, emails, but in my experience, it never really works. What I've observed is that high achievers do the hard thing first. Workout, reading, writing, or meditation. It's almost as if discomfort is their secret ingredient. The morning isn't really for gentle awakening. It's for deliberate hardening. That idea took me a while to accept. Discomfort, I've realized, means the process is actually working. It's a strange reassurance. You're choosing to be the cause, not the effect. That's a powerful shift, one I'm still learning to appreciate. The price must be paid, and it must be paid first. I find myself wondering what happens if we skip it. Maybe that choice, uncomfortable as it is, shapes not just your day, but your life. I'm still figuring that out. You know, I wonder what would happen if we just accepted discomfort instead of fighting it. Would that change things? Maybe that first hour of the day isn't really about what feels good. Maybe it's more about what actually works. I'm not always sure. Sometimes I catch myself thinking, so should I hit snooze or just get up? But maybe it's really about deciding if I want to pay the price now or let the day slip away. It's tough. What if I just picked one challenge to start with, like a run? Or maybe I could write, or read, or just sit and meditate for a bit. I'm still figuring out what feels right. I think doing something I choose, something a little hard, might help me feel more grounded. Maybe it builds momentum. Soft laugh. I hope so. I keep noticing how easy it is to reach for my phone first thing. But what if I reached for something with more purpose instead? When I do something hard right away, it kind of makes everything else seem smaller. Does that happen to you too? I'm starting to notice that my perspective shifts, like challenges start to look more like opportunities, not always, but sometimes. Maybe that's when I stop just reacting to things and actually start creating something new. I wonder if, over time, I could become the kind of person who just is disciplined, not someone always trying to be. It's funny, maybe it's not about saying affirmations in the mirror. Maybe it's just about doing the thing. I keep thinking, if I can just change that first habit, maybe I really can change myself. It's a work in progress. I guess it all starts with one uncomfortable choice. Soft sigh. And maybe that's enough to set everything else in motion. Sometimes a morning routine doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe just a few simple pillars can help. One idea, try creating before you consume. It could be writing, planning, or moving, perhaps before checking emails or the news. Another thought, moving your body, even just a little, might help ease you into the day and quiet your mind. And maybe engaging with timeless wisdom, like reading a page of philosophy or a classic, can offer a gentle perspective. If you build your first hour around creation, movement, and a bit of wisdom, it might set a thoughtful tone for the day. In my experience, mornings shaped this way can feel more like your own, even if they're not perfect. Just for a second, imagine what you'll reach for first thing tomorrow morning. Is it your phone, maybe the snooze button, or something else entirely? Just notice that urge. Whether it's comfort, distraction, or maybe just wanting to feel connected. And then quietly ask yourself, who's really in charge of this moment? Is it you, or is it the folks who designed your apps and notifications? This isn't about blaming yourself. It's just about being real with what's actually happening. You can't really shift anything if you don't see it for what it is. That little bit of discomfort you feel, it's just a sign there's a gap between who you are right now and who you might want to be. Taking ownership of your morning isn't something handed to you. You kind of have to claim it for yourself. Try taking away some of those automatic habits. See what space opens up for what actually matters to you. And maybe just ask yourself, do you think you're worth putting in that bit of effort? It all starts with one honest, simple choice. These ideas aren't complex or secret. Many will understand them, nod in agreement and feel inspired, but there's a quiet divide between knowing and doing. Most admire discipline. Few endure the discomfort to build it. Knowledge isn't the prize, action is. This isn't a call to action or a promise of easy transformation. The work is hard, the progress slow, and the rewards mostly invisible. Each morning is a private battle against comfort and ease. Most will choose not to fight, and that's their choice. The path is simple, difficult, and always available. It starts with a single conscious decision after the alarm sounds. The understanding is yours. In the quiet before sunrise, we all face that same moment. The choice to begin again. It's a small act, but it's where so much of being human quietly begins.